There are definitely good reasons to host a Minecraft server on your own system. I mean, it is hardware that you own already. Why wouldn't you use it? Though it does require a bit more technical knowledge than just opting with an external hosting provider, where you can purchase a server which will be online in literal minutes. You also get a nice and easy to use panel there with a console. But what if we just combine these two? A locally hosted Minecraft server that doesn't require any port forwarding, but then with a nice console and an easy to use interface, as if it were an external hosting provider. Well, exactly that is what we're gonna be having a look at today. I do want to ask you to double check if you're already subscribed to the channel. A very big part of my daily viewers are not subscribed yet. Maybe you think you are subscribed, but you may not be in reality, so if you could just double check, it would help me and the channel out a crazy ton. So, we're having a look at SquidServers today, and it is a piece of software that allows you to host a Minecraft server on your own PC. This is nothing new. Over this past year specifically, we've had a look at lots of different services which allows you to host a local Minecraft server, but SquidServers makes it really simple. So here they got a little comparison chart. I have not checked out all of these. I have checked out Aeternos, E4MC, Essential, and Play.gg. And according to the SquidServers website, Aeternos' connection can be unstable at times. At E4MC, you cannot leave your world, because then your friends will automatically be kicked, which basically means that it is not a server. Same thing with Essential. And Play.gg is almost perfect, but they don't have automatic server setup. And that is very important to keep in mind, because what SquidServers does is they basically grab Play.gg. They use the same Play.gg infrastructure, but they build on top of that to make it so that it can automatically set up servers, and they give you a nice and easy to use interface to manage, launch, and host them. So first up, we're simply gonna click on download. After that, you want to choose your platform. It is available for Windows, macOS, and Linux. So don't worry, Linux users. Seems like you're good. And after the very simple and straightforward installation is done, you can launch the software, and this is what you will see. Ready to launch your first server? Oh yes, we are. So the reason that SquidServers is pretty awesome is because with just a few clicks, it will create a server for us, and it will automatically host it too. So we're gonna click on create our first server. Over here, the first thing it will be asking for is your Java installation. Because yes, you're still gonna run a Minecraft server on your own system, which means you do need Java installed. But funny story, if you don't already have Java installed, you can see currently I have 3 Java installations here on my own system. Don't ask me why I have Java 24 twice. I don't know either. But if you don't have Java installed already, you can simply click on the top one, and SquidServers will provide a compatible Java installation for you. So unless there is a specific version that you want to use, you can just go with the top one. After that, we click on next. Then you can choose what type of server you want to run. So do you want to run a vanilla Minecraft server, which they recommend for beginners? We can also opt for a modded server. So there will be a pre-configured server with a collection of mods. So let's say you want to play Cobblemon or Create together with your friends, then this is where you can do that. You can also opt for a paper server, which, like you can see down here, has excellent performance, and that is true of course, but like we all know by now, paper also affects the vanilla game a little bit, making it so that certain things like redstone don't work like they're supposed to. So while yes, you do get better performance, you're also making a few trade-offs. If you simply want a modded installation, you can also do that. Over here, we can set up a Fabric, NeoForge, or Forge server. So if you don't want to play a specific mod pack, but you just want a modded server, then this is where you can set that up. We're gonna go for paper though. So I'm gonna select paper, just like that. And then down here, you need to decide between playing plus hosting or hosting only. Playing plus hosting means that this system, the current PC I'm on and I'm recording this on, will be the system where I both play Minecraft with and where the server will also be hosted on. If you click on hosting only, then SquidServers assumes that you will be playing on this server with a different PC. And basically the whole PC will be allocated towards hosting this server. Now in my case, I'm gonna do playing plus hosting, but if you do have a dedicated system somewhere, like an old PC that you want to use for this, then you should definitely opt for the bottom one. After that, we're gonna click on continue. There we go. Now it wants us to choose a Minecraft version. Here you can see all of the different available ones. It is a very big list. But what is interesting is that you can also see which versions of Minecraft currently support Geyser. So I could go for the 1.21.11 pre-release, but I would lose Geyser compatibility. If you want your server to be Geyser compatible, then you should simply opt for the latest version of Minecraft that supports Geyser. If you don't care about Geyser whatsoever, you can also just make a server in an older version like 1.8.8 if that is something you're into. But generally just the newest version of Minecraft should do. So I'm gonna go for 1.21.10. I'm gonna go for the latest build. And now when it comes to Geyser support, you can do this. If you're interested in Geyser support, you can simply tick this on. And then you should also make sure to tick on enable floodgate authentication, because if you don't have this, then all of your Bedrock players still need a Java account to play on your server. So you definitely want floodgate enabled. And after that, we can choose a world seed and then a world type. If you already have an existing Minecraft world, you can import it here. It is as simple as clicking on this tab, choosing a version, and then browsing for the world and importing it. That's it. So if you already have one, it's an easy import. I'm gonna create a new world though, so I'm gonna click on next. We're gonna give it a name. I'm gonna call my server subscribe, because I would appreciate it a lot if you did. Then we can choose a file location. Everyone knows that the desktop is the best place to... Okay, don't do it on your desktop, please. I've made a new folder just now, subscribe, still on the desktop. I'm just doing it for the purpose of this video. You can also then choose if you want to use this location for all future servers, which means that if you click on yes, all servers from now on will use that location. So all of your SquidServers will live inside of the subscribe folder. Then you can decide on your RAM allocation. How much RAM do you want to allocate to this server? It will tell you what it wants, basically. So currently, if I would only go for like 2 gigabytes of RAM, it is telling me it is below optimal. If we move up a little, then eventually it will say, hey, this is optimal. You should do this. And when we go up a bit more, it is gonna complain that it is above optimal. And for some reason, you are also able to exceed the available RAM, which I guess it says this because I've chosen for host and playing, because my PC does have 64 gigabytes of RAM, meaning that I should be able to allocate everything to this server. But of course, because I also want to play with this system, you should not do that. I'm just gonna go for what they say is optimal. I believe them. Actually, I'm gonna set it to the max, which is 8 gigabytes of RAM. There we go. That should do the trick. Here, it will show you all of the different settings you've just set up. If this all looks fine for you, you can simply click on launch server. If you want to give them anonymous user tracking data, be my guest. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna click on launch server, and there we go. It is booting. So what it's gonna do now is it's gonna create a server. It is gonna set up a Minecraft server, a paper Minecraft server for us on our own system inside of that folder that we just specified. After that, it is gonna immediately launch the server for us. And not just that, it is also gonna host it for us using the playit.gg network, which means that after it's done, it is gonna give us an IP or a domain that we can then share with our friends so they can join onto this server. No port forwarding at all, nothing complicated at all. Just this only piece of software, SquidServers, will take you through the entire process, and after that, you're good to go. So you can see the server is up already. It is now setting up a playit.gg tunnel. Won't take too long, and there we go. Copyright? No! Copyright participation! A YouTuber's worst nightmare! How dare they? We have a server address now. This one we can simply use on Minecraft Java Edition to join this server that we currently have running. These details down here are the details that we can use for Minecraft Bedrock Edition now. But to fully manage this server, we can go ahead and continue to the dashboard. Now that we're on the dashboard, there are two things which are a bit off immediately. First up, the Bedrock server is unreachable. It is checking again within 45 seconds. This could just be a temporary outage. glitch. I've actually set up a server using SquidServers before, and as far as I remember, last time it worked fine. So maybe this is just a problem for now. The second thing, which was really strange, is that as soon as I booted the server, there was immediately a player that tried to join. I don't know who they are. I've never seen their username. This server was up for literally a second when this player tried to join. It could just be a side effect of using playa.gg though. But other than that, here we go. We're currently on the panel. Over here we're able to see the CPU usage, the RAM usage, and the server uptime. We can see the statistics, and they look very statisticky. This is basically how you would see it at an external server host too, but then it is just on your own system. Under the players tab, you can see all of the different players on your server. Then in backups, you're able to easily create a backup of your server, just like you're able to do with an external host. And then we even got a task scheduler, which is a very powerful thing that external hosts can do. For those who don't know, using a task scheduler, you can make it so that your server, for example, restarts every 24 hours. Minecraft servers are far from perfect, and they could benefit a lot from a daily restart. Just a quick one. So being able to do that through here is really cool and powerful. And then we got settings, and over here we can just change basic settings, like setting the default game mode, setting the difficulty. Here we can also change the MOTD, where the default MOTD is just hosted by SquidServers.com, but of course we can completely change that, as well as the startup settings, the RAM allocation, and of course the security, which is mostly spawn protection, and if the whitelist should be enabled, yes or no. And if we want to restart the server or stop it or kill it, then we can simply do that here. Now, something which is missing from this dashboard is being able to access your files. Luckily, the files of the server can be easily found on the desktop of our PC, because I'm hosting it from my desktop. So we can simply locate that folder, open it up, there's our server, we can open that one too, and here we then have all of the files. Of course, just like with any other server, we can change and do anything from here. So we can install plugins, we can change up the world, or change things in the bucket.yml file or spigot.yml file. Whatever you want to do, it is all possible here. Floodgate key.pem doesn't seem to be in the Geyser Spigot folder. Could that be the problem? Is that why it doesn't work? I guess let's have a look. Okay, that doesn't seem to fix the issue with Geyser. Oh, now it works! I fixed it. Okay, so what I did to fix Geyser MC, I went to the config.yml file of Geyser Spigot. So inside of the Geyser Spigot folder in the plugins folder. And then inside of there on line 26, I enabled clone remote port. I set that one to true. I initially tried to just fill in the port number here, because it defaults to the default Bedrock Edition port. It is not the Bedrock Edition port I have available here. So I tried that first, didn't work. I turned this one on true on line 26, clone remote port. That fixed the issue for me. Maybe this is just a bug. Maybe it should work straight out of the box and it just didn't for me. If that's the case, I hope the developers can fix it, but that at least fixed the issue for me. Now, if you have your server up and running, you can just go ahead and share these IPs with your friends, play together. If you no longer want to play on this server, you can click on stop. And of course, you can create multiple servers as you please. So when we click on the little X in the top left, we can get set back to our server list. And over here, we can simply create another server if that is something which we want to do. I had never heard about SquidServers before until a viewer pointed it out during a recent live stream. I gotta say, I'm pretty blown away by this software. It makes creating a server locally very simple. And from all I've tested, aside from the Bedrock Edition support being a little bit buggy, it works really well. And that's it for today. Do make sure to subscribe to the channel, join my Discord. Thank you so much, channel members. And then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. See you later. Bye bye.